Hi, this is Joseph Tanya from GoodMonday.com. Beware of toxic productivity. Hey, I thought productivity is good, but actually there is a dark side to productivity. Let me share with you the analogy of muscle growth. Now, all of us wants to grow our muscle, but the muscle doesn't grow automatically in one step. It goes through a certain rhythm. It goes through a certain cycle. So first of all, you need to exercise the muscle. You need to stretch the muscle. And when the muscle is stretched, you will actually tear the muscle. In fact, you will create microscopic tears in the muscle tissue. So when the muscle tissue is torn, do you continue to exercise? No, you don't. You got to go through a period of rest. Now, what happens during this period of rest? Now, during this period of rest, certain cells called fibroblasts comes in to repair the muscle tissue. And in the process of repairing the muscle tissue, the muscle actually becomes stronger, it is strengthened, and the muscle tissue actually grows. But it has got to go through a phase of rest and repair. So the expression no pain, no gain is only half truth. Because although it is true that you need to go through a process of pain where the muscle tissue is torn, you also need to go through a process of repair. A process where there is rest so that the fibroblasts can come in and repair the torn muscle tissue. And in the process of the repair, the muscle tissue actually becomes stronger and it grows. So I like to supplement the saying, it's not only no pain, no gain, but no rest, no growth. Now, this analogy applies to productivity as well, because if we don't follow a certain rhythm or cycle of productivity, productivity actually can be toxic and self-defeating. Most people would equate productivity with work and setting stretch goals. They like to work and they like to stretch other people to work even harder. So productivity is work, 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 stretch, stretch, stretch. Now, just as machine needs total preventive maintenance, human beings also needs to go through a rhythm or a cycle of rest. Because without rest, there cannot be growth. And without growth, more work cannot be done in a more productive way. So if your idea of productivity is work and stretch, you are only getting half the picture of what it means to have productivity that is sustainable. Because in order for productivity to last, you need the other half of the equation as well, and that is rest and growth. You see, a team that works well together also rests well together. Productivity becomes toxic when the focus is so much on the results that we forget about the rhythm of effectiveness for the team. Too much focus on the results and not focusing on the rhythm of growth. So how does one really rest? Let me share with you the ABC of rest, because rest is that critical connection between stretch and growth. Because without rest, all the stretching will not lead to growth. First is the step of affirmation. Do you take time to celebrate success? Do you take time to acknowledge the contribution of different team members? Taking regular time to acknowledge what team members have done is a great way to refuel and to refresh the team spirit. Don't underestimate simple acts of affirmation. Sometimes it could just be a simple thank you given sincerely. Next is the step of best fit. Now, what does best fit mean? Best fit means that team members are given the opportunity to evaluate their strengths. How can they further contribute more in the area of their strengths rather than their weaknesses? So in this period of rest, there is a time of evaluation as to how an individual can further focus on his or her area of talent, so that when the next work assignment comes, it will be an assignment that will help him or her to grow further in his area of strengths rather than weakness. So a time of rest is also a time to evaluate best fit. Thirdly is in the area of conversations. That means having casual catch-up time, having a cup of coffee, going out for a drink, and just spending time with people unwinding. So having conversations and catch-up time is a way to rest and relax, and also an opportunity for you to truly listen and to get feedback, and also to understand what is going on, so that when you listen and have meaningful conversations, it can indeed be a very restful period. Now, why are conversations important? Because conversations strengthen the relationships. Because if the team just focus on productivity and results alone without having conversations that strengthen the relationships, then it becomes toxic, you see. So if your team is not following this cycle of work, stretch, rest, and growth, you might be creating a team culture that is restless and not restful. Because in order for your team culture to move from restlessness to a state of restfulness, from a state of toxic productivity to sustainable productivity, you need to understand the rhythm of what it means to be truly productive. So for productivity that really lasts, productivity that creates a sense of loyalty, do not forget the important cycle of rest and practice the ABCs associated with creating a restful culture and not a restless one. Remember to affirm, to provide best fit, and to have regular conversations. Then productivity will indeed be something that is sustainable in the long term and not something that is toxic. Think about it. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. If you're interested to find out more about my leadership development services and program, check out the website goodmonday.com. And I also provide online coaching programs as well. Check out goodmonday.com/coaching. I look forward to having a conversation with you then. Thanks for watching.